Venezuela's Guaido says Maduro is in his final phase. Dia, Venezuela. Reuters. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro's administration has reached its final stage and there will soon be a change in government, opposition leader Juan Guaido said, adding that his allies have spoken with high-ranking military members about changing sides. In an interview with Reuters on Friday, Guaido said Maduro had lost the ability to finance. Venezuela plunged into a deep political crisis in January, when Guaido invoked the constitution to assume an interim presidency, arguing Maduro's May 2018 re-election was illegitimate. He has been recognized. Maduro, a socialist, says Guaido is a puppet of the United States and is attempting to lead a coup against him to wrest control of the OPEC nations' oil reserves, the largest in the world. He retains control, but Guaido said that hold was slipping thanks in part to pressure from abroad. The United States. What's missing? Shortly after assuming the interim presidency, Guaido offered amnesty to members of the military who took his side. While hundreds have, Guaido estimated that between 80–85% of military members were convinced. What's the 35-year-old engineer, who had a low profile before assuming the presidency of the National Assembly this year, said he was prepared for more members of his team to be detained after his chief of staff, Roberto Marrero, was arrested on Thursday under accusations of terrorism. Venezuela's Supreme Court has initiated an investigation of Guaido on the grounds that he had helped foreign countries interfere in internal matters. During a prolonged, Guaido said Maduro's aim was to He added that his team is evaluating all. Guaido said his team has also been in touch with companies whose Venezuelan assets were expropriated by the late former President Hugo Chavez, Maduro's mentor and predecessor, about returning to the country should Maduro leave power.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.